Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. It's good to have my time limits back again, and in celebration I decided to make this a special hour-long video. Remember, if you liked the video, to like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. Well, yeah, Amane is, yeah, she wants to get down and dirty. I don't know how I feel about that, but for real? Well, I did have a premonition you'd say something of the sort eventually, but...
だんだんユージも私のことが分かってきたみたいね。
Oh, you're right. I'm just happy I'm going to be able to get some of the story done. It seems like I haven't really accomplished much in the 15-minute time spans I have. I don't know about understanding, more like I'm getting used to it.
ね、どうする？やっちゃう？
Well, do you have a rubber on you? I don't.
さすがに私も用意してなかったな。どうしよう。
Anal again?
あ、ごめん。今日はそっちの準備はしてないから、本当ごめん。
That's alright, I wasn't in the mood either. We could call it off.
いいじゃん。生でしちゃおうよ。
But you might get pregnant. We're still students, you know. We should at least be using contraception.
なーによ。子供ができたら産んでいいって言ったじゃんさ。
Oh, don't
あ
play
れ
that.
って嘘だったわけ？
Don't be an idiot. I wouldn't say something like that unless I meant it.
ユージ大好き。ね、しちゃおう。いいでしょ？
Don't use the I love you to get me to have sex with you. It doesn't work. Finally reached the point of fucking outdoors, huh? Well, we've sunk pretty low.
動物園デートキャンセルしたくせに。
Oh, shush. You know how to hit me where it hurts, you know that? Well, fine. No reason to turn down what's offered to me, but where do you plan to do this?
こっち来て。
Amane pulls me by hand down a short flight of stairs, her wooden sandals clip-clopping against the stone. She leads me behind a Shinto shrine, the bustle of the festival growing fainter with every step.
ほら、こっち。
It seems like doing it at a shrine is probably not good. I see. We're behind a shed in a small area where the portable shrines carried by children are usually packed away to await the next festival. The odds of anyone coming back here before the festivals are over is effectively zero. Amane's expression goes dreamy and blissful. Giggling sweetly, she cuddles up against me, nuzzling her head under my jaw. I'm strongly reminded of this bit I saw on TV the other day about the mating rituals of wolves.
ユージの匂いだ。
No, that's just Axe body spray. Don't push your nose in my neck. You really are a dog in human form, already know that?
ねえ、知ってる？男と女の相性ってね、匂いでわかるんだって。
I don't know about that. I do remember reading something of the kind. When humans hit puberty, they develop a natural dislike for their parents. Apparently that's at least partially the product of a built-in biological antipathy to those with similar genes, as a safeguard against genetically crippling incestuous mating. That's interesting, I didn't know that. And there's a theory that we instinctively determine the genetic suitability of potential sexual partners from the information encoded in their body odor. You know, pheromones and all that.
私ね、ユージの匂い好きだよ。なんかね、ずっと嗅いでると頭がクラクラして無駄に興奮してくるの。
Yuji has just a natural aphrodisiac, doesn't he? Let's see, I believe the technical term for your condition would be estrus. Do you ever feel the need to elevate your hindquarters?
ねえ、ユージ。ほら、触って。
Hey now, oh, calm down. Your yukata's getting all disheveled, you know?
いいよ。
Her massive breasts, as always, exceed the capacity of my hands, and today her nipples are almost painfully erect from the very start. It would seem wandering around without any underwear had something of an effect on her. My hands, which had found its way to Amane's groin without any conspicuous conscious direction on my part, finds her sopping with warm liquid. You're wet already?
うん。だってずっとノーパンだったし、なんか変に意識しちゃって。だからもう入れちゃっていいよ。来て、おんこでチンポいっぱいしごいてあげる。
Okay then, don't mind if I do. Hang on, I skipped something. Where's the log at? I know there's a log somewhere. Aha. Okay. So, they did it. Makina's calling for Amane. I accidentally skipped that dialogue. And you just said, see? Seems your presence is requested.
うわ、まずいな。ちょっとユージごめん。浴衣直すの手伝って。
If you insist... No, wait, there's a bigger problem here. Your face!
やっぱザーメンだらけじゃん。ティッシュ。
Here, I'll wipe it off. You focus on getting that yukata back on straight.
あんがと、痛いってば、鼻んとこグってしないでよ。
Hideous.
怒るよ。
You don't seem mad. You're smiling.
マキナ、こっちこっち。どうしたの？鼻で痛い
Good thing we finished when we did, otherwise this would have gotten very awkward very quickly.
なに？どうしたの？私、おトイレ行きたい。
Well then go. You're an adult, kinda.
行ってくれば？そっか、あんた浴衣だ。帯崩さないようにできる？無理かも。わかったよ。一緒に行ってあげるから。ごめんね。いいわよ。浴衣汚しちゃったら大変だし。ほら、行こう。じゃあ、ユージ、私たちちょっと。
Don't mind me, I'll just be waiting here.
すぐ戻るから。
Is it just me or does she seem more motherly by the day? Even grandmotherly. That's even better. Well, I'm not sure if the old lady side of Amane's personality is growing more pronounced, or if Makina is just reverting even further into childishness. Probably a little column A and a little column B. Of course, Amane's ongoing transformation into a domestic-minded grandma hasn't had any adverse effects on her sex drive. If anything, it's quite the opposite. She's been almost dangerously horny lately. I feel like we're starting to get into some risky territory here.
ねえちょっとあれって毒虫じゃない？ほらあの髪の長い子。
Who's that?
どれ？どの子？ほらあの小さな子の手引いて歩いてる女いるじゃん。アマネって呼ばれてたし間違いないって。ほんとだ、アマネじゃん。メガネしてないから最初わからなかったよ。やだ、なんで毒虫がこんなとこにいるの？知らないよそんなの。っていうか気持ち悪いから思い出させないでよ。
Oh, old classmates.
そうになるよ。
Cockroach. Apparently oblivious to my presence, the girls in front of me point furtively in Amane's direction, grimacing in what looks like revulsion.
どうする？声かけてみようか。いいよ、気持ち悪い。見なかったことにしてもう行こうよ。
Why are they so offended by her?
じゃあ写メだけでも。やめなって。ほらもう行こう。私あの事件まだトラウマなんだから。わかったわよ。そんな押さないでよ。
Story time! Alright, we got some plotline going. A nightmare. Cockroach. What's that supposed to mean? Are those two acquaintances of Mane's? Tempted to call out to them before they can hurry away, but this doesn't exactly seem like a topic they'd be happy to casually discuss with a stranger. Well, what do I do? As I hesitate, the pair of girls walk quickly off towards the opposite side of the festival. In what seems to be a deliberate attempt to avoid any possible encounter with Amane, they quickly vanish into the crowd. Cockroaches. It doesn't exactly have a pleasant ring to it. Most likely that nickname has something to do with Amane's past, the reason why she transferred to this school. Come to think of it, at this point I haven't really concerned myself too deeply with any of that. Probably because the Amane I know tries so hard to be a cheerful, strong woman, and is usually very convincing of it. Probably because of my own complacency, why take the risk of prying? Things seem alright as they are. Just as Amane doesn't want to know about my job, perhaps there's a part of me that doesn't want to know about her past. Maybe I've been unconsciously trying to avoid the topic. But Is that really the way it should be? If I take Sakaki's word for it, Amane will eventually tell me the truth on her own initiative, and prolonged silence will hurt her more than me. Does that mean I should just wait patiently? Let Amane approach me in her own time, if ever? Or should I come out and ask to help nudge Amane toward finally getting it off her chest? I don't know for sure, but I do think this isn't something I should decide all by myself. And it's not just my problem after all. The reasonable thing would be to honestly discuss the matter in the spirit of a bilateral relationship.
お待たせ、ごめんね。
No, not a problem.
なんか難しい顔してんのよさ。ごめんね。なんかマキナ、ジョンジョロジョンジョロっていつまでも止まらないもんでさ。ひどいのよ、アマネ。アマネだって一緒におしっこしてたのよさ。むしろアマネの方が長かったぐらいなのよ。あんた、そういうこと大声で言わないの。
Makina has no filter. Let me ask you something.
え？何？急に改まって。
There's something I want to discuss with you later. Can you spare some time later tonight?
何？今じゃダメなの？
I'd rather not, in front of her. I'd like to be alone. It's kind of important.
わかった。何？あまね、なんか悪いことしたの？怒られるの？そんなことないと思うけど。やっぱあれじゃね？ビッチすぎて怒られんじゃね？おめえちっと自重しろ的な感じで。
I think I had that conversation once with her and it didn't go too well.
そうなの？
No, not even close.
何よ、すっごい気になるよ。今言ってよ。
No rush, we still got a festival to enjoy. Let's live in the moment. You know, like the dissolute modern youths we are.
楽しもうぜ。
Carpe diem and all that.
うわー、私意外とそういうの気にするタイプだからな。大変です、皆さん。
Oh, what now?
ミチル様が、ミチル様が、なんて説明すれば。
Wow, she actually cursed.
でも
Wow, that's the first, I think. Good to see you've been working on your English vocabulary, but it's not helping right now. Calm down and explain what happened in chronological order.
はい、ミチル様が調子に乗って櫓の上で太鼓を叩いていたのですがそこへ巨大なカブトムシが飛来しましてものすごい勢いで側頭部に突き刺さりました。
Okay, that freaked me out. I hate bugs, so yeah. I'd like screaming and running around like a crazy person. What, and then?
ミチル様はアホアと規制を上げられて刺さったカブトムシを引き抜こうと身もだえるうちに櫓から転落。
Is she okay? Is she hurt?
高々と焚かれていたかがり火の上にドサッと落下しまして。
Oh god. She fell in the fire, and then?
はい、それでウホースと叫んだミチル様はカチカチ山のタヌキのごとく背中から煙を上げつつそばで営業していた亀釣りの露店の水槽へダイブ。今亀釣り露店の店主にこっぴどく叱られております。
Understood. How about Armature's injuries?
ほぼ無傷です。
Really?
チルチルってば嫌になるぐらい頑丈な女なのよさ。
Fortuitous that she wasn't injured. Either way, I suppose we're obligated to back her up here. I'll go apologize as well.
正直めんどくせえのよさ。
Classmates have a responsibility to cover for each other's blunders. If she broke something, we'll have to repair it for them. I'll go as our representative.
待ってよ、私も行くから。仕方ねえな。私も行くのよさ。まったくチルチルはどこ行ってもトラブルを起こす。でも大好きなんだよね、ミチル様のこと。バカな子ほど可愛いって言うしな。ほら行くよ、サッチン。
Since his business had been disrupted just as the festival crowd was beginning to bustle in earnest, I'd been prepared for the storekeeper to be pretty indignant. But when we arrived at the stall, my expectations are turned on their head.
はいはい、亀だよ亀だよ亀釣りだよ。かわいいかわいい亀だよ。買ってよし食ってよししごいでよし。亀最高。はい寄ってって見てって。
Apparently having negotiated a settlement with the turtle stand's owner, Michiru standing in front of the stall, energetically barking for customers. I can't say I've ever seen such vigorous turtle salesmanship before.
っていうか、緑亀って食べていいの？
Probably.
まあ亀だし食べられないことはないだろうけど、っていうかしごくって？
I used to have a turtle. I used to stroke its shell. I don't think it ever did anything, or it could feel me, but I don't know. I kinda did it. Sometimes I'd pat it on its little head.
そこを気になっちゃいました。
I love that little
マネ
guy.
さんです。
He's long since passed away, though, but I had him for many years. Okay, better stop.
私今ビッチ扱いされてるのかな？
Did you just call hers? Alright.
何をおっしゃいますやら。
Anyway, I think Michiru is going to find her way through this life, even without our help. Through sheer resilience, if nothing else. And so, after a lengthy evening of utter nonsense and pleasant memories, the hour hand of the clock hit 9. As the brilliant lights of the festival began to dim, we returned together to the dorm. Incidentally, a minor digression. Sashi looked into the matter and discovered that the Mississippi red-eared turtle, popularly known as the green turtle, is perfectly edible if properly processed beforehand. But of course none of us will put this to the test. How could you eat such a cute thing?
それで私に何か
Oh, yeah.
話があるって何？
Right, about that. Okay, let me think about how I want to say this, alright?
何よ難しい話なの？
Potentially.
あんたの仕事の話？それなら私は別に。
No, it's not about my job. It's about you, Amane.
私の？
Amane, let me ask you something. And please, just hear me out before I take offense. Does the nickname Cockroach mean anything to you?
毒虫？
Right. Ring any bells?
誰に聞いたの？
At the festival today, I happened to overhear two girls talking. Got the idea they were probably old classmates of yours or acquaintances.
そう。
Am I right to think that that world has something to do with your past? I'll take your silence as a yes. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to drag anything out of you. It's just, I don't know, your memories are still causing you some worry or pain, and I'd want to do anything I can to help, that's all. Of course, your past is your own business. If you tell me to leave it alone and never bring it up again, I'll accept that and abide by it. You did the same for me, after all. But if, by some chance, you need to get something off your chest, I'll listen. I'll help you any way I can. What I can do for you probably doesn't amount to much, granted, but I don't have anything else to offer. Tell me, Amane. What should I do? Should I just pretend I didn't hear anything and forget about this, or can I help you in some way? I can't figure this out alone. Amane?
そっか。そっか、知られちゃったか。じゃあ仕方がないよね。
Amane?
私立滝園学園1年 A 組バスケ部所属風見和樹。もちろん知ってるよね。
Huh?
6年前の8月14日、バスケットボール部の夏合宿の帰り道、彼女を含む14人を乗せたマイクロバスは忽然と姿を消した。よ、私
Oops,
は
sorry.
その14人の中の
My
唯
god.
一の生き残りよ。
Are you serious?
こんなことで嘘は言わないよ。
I suppose not. My elder sister, Kazami Kazuki. When she disappeared, it destroyed my family. And the one girl who lived through that disaster was Amane? That's your past?
そう。私は、ユージのお姉さんと同級生だった。
Why? Why didn't you...
ごめん、言えなかったんだよ。ユージが転入してきた時、風見ユージって名前を聞いた時、すぐに気がついたんだけど。
Well, of course she couldn't. I'm the family Kazuki left behind. It must have been a complete bombshell. There's no way you'd be able to figure out a situation like that on the spur of the moment. I see. Yeah, it makes sense.
6年前の事故は、ユージも知ってるよね。
Yeah, the general picture at least. 6 years ago, August 14th, on the way back from a training camp, the Takizono Academy basketball team's school had plunged off a cliff. Bus plunged off a cliff. An extensive search was abandoned and a failure 14 days after the girls disappeared, but in the end, a single survivor managed to find her own way to safety. It was a widely reported incident at the time. It's hard to believe that was Amane. That lone survivor was a major focus of media attention for some time after the fact. Speculation gave rise to rumors. Many outlets questioned the means by which that single girl had survived the cruel ordeal that claimed the lives of her classmates. In mass media, extreme and shocking news sells. The lone survivor was subjected to vigorous gossip on television and in print. They did stop short of publishing her name, probably out of legal concerns rather than ethical ones. Television shows exploited footage of the weeping families as a backdrop for lurid gossip about the deaths of their children. Tabloid magazines published vivid, unsourced descriptions of hellish conditions, using loaded questions and innuendo to suggest the girls survived only by becoming something less than human. Among these, some articles even discussed their interpersonal dynamics of the doomed team, their relationships. And you're the lone survivor.
急な告白でびっくりしていると思うし、私が何を言ってもずる賢く生き残った女狐の言い訳にしか聞こえないと思う。ちょっと待ってもらえる？ユージに見せたいものがあるから。
Okay. What? Amane leaves my room, then 10 long minutes crawl by before she returns. I spend every moment trying to piece together my scrambled thoughts. What the hell is this? When I arrived in Mihama, Amane had already been here for a good year. Of course, Principal Tachibana must have known everything. She knew about all this. It didn't say a word, just left me and Amane to sort it out for ourselves? I know she has a non-interference policy, but this feels more like negligence. And there's Sakaki too. She's looked into all of our background. She obviously knew the facts. She didn't say a damn word. Hold on. Calm down. Consider this from their perspective. What would I have done in their shoes? Yeah, I don't think I could have acted differently. It's too sensitive a problem. The two of us are the only ones who can resolve it. They weren't wrong to act as they did. And if I was in Amane's shoes? If a relative of the classmate who died while I lived transferred into my school, could I have told the truth in that moment straight out? I really don't think so. Had I been in Amane's position, I would have waited, slowly steeled my resolve, tried to find the right moment to confess the truth. That's right, I don't have to blame Amane. I would have made the same decision myself. And to tell the truth now, after everything that's happened between us, it must have taken an incredible amount of courage on her part. She's downright admirable. Rather than thinking about whether I can blame her, maybe I should be taking a look at myself. Did I just shatter Amane's peace of mind out of nothing more than a hypocritical curiosity? I'm...
ごめん、お待たせ。これを。
Amane holds out a beaten-up old notebook towards me. The date's written on the cover, a few months after that summer, 6 years ago. This is your...
あの日の日記帳だよ。そこに全てのことが書いてある。
I don't know if I want to read this. You sure about this?
ユージには それを読む権利があると思うから。
Alright, I'll read it. If nothing else, to...
その日記帳の18ページ目からがあの遭難事故の直後に書かれた日記に該当するわ。
Okay. 6 years ago, August 14th, I lowered my gaze to the diary. This page is well worn from Amane's hands. She's clearly reread it many, many times. The contents of those pages left me staggered. When I opened my eyes, I was in darkness. Couldn't see a thing. I blinked repeatedly and slowly counted to 10, but that didn't change. I couldn't even tell if my surroundings were really dark or if my eyes weren't working. In the blackness so deep I couldn't see the palm of my hand in front of my face, I heard moaning voices from all around me. Painful hacking coughs, screams of agony. My ears, at least, were functional. As I repeated quiet, calming breaths, the scent of gasoline tickled my nose, and with that stimulation of haze of confusion lifted slightly, and I remembered that I was inside a bus. Groping around my surroundings, I vaguely realized that I was lying on top of something soft. When I tried to sit up, I hit my head sharply against a seat. I reached up to my eyes to check if my glasses had been knocked crooked, only to discover that they weren't on my face in the first place. I groped around the area frantically. Again, my hand found something strangely soft and warm. It was the heat of a living thing. Realizing with a start that I was touching another person, I reflexively jerked my hand
気が
back.
ついた？はい。動けるようなら私の上から降りてほしいのだけれど。ごめんなさい。
Finally understanding that someone was pinned under my body, I fumbled in search of a foothold, but the floor my feet were searching for wasn't there.
気をつけて。今はこのバス、天井が壁だから。天井が壁？そう。床も壁。そして今まで壁だったものが、今は床と天井。
As I repeated that word out loud in an attempt to process its meaning, further understanding of the situation flooded into my mind. This was the inside of a school bus. On the way back from our summer training camp, our bus had fallen off a cliff, with us still inside.
どうでもいいけれど、早く移動してくださらない？さっきからあなた、私の左腕を踏んでいるのだけれど。
Oh, she's polite about it.
ごめんなさい。
Of course, she's probably the shock.
痛いわよ。不用意に動かないで。ごめんなさい。あなた、それ口癖？後で殴るときに呼び出すから、名前を教えなさい。
Okay, I take back everything I said about her.
ごめんなさい。冗談よ。私は風見和樹。
That's my sister.
あなたは？スオです。スオ、あまね。ああ、スオさんね。名前と容姿は知っているけど、お話しするのは初めてね。
Really? You're on a basketball team and you haven't even spoken to each other?
はい。
Seems kind of odd.
はじめまして。敬語はいいわ。私も同じ1年生だし。それと、できれば挨拶は後にして、さっさと私の上から降りてくださる？ごめんなさい。5回目。いい？ごめんなさいって言葉は、口にすればするほど言葉の価値が下がるのよ。次にごめんなさいって言ったら怒るわよ。じゃないわよ。いいから左にどきなさい。出口はそっちよ。ごめんなさい。舌打ちしないで謝るから。
I knew the name Kazami Kazuki. It was the name of that top incoming student, the girl who had been chosen as our class representative to deliver the greeting speech at our entrance ceremony this spring. Kazuki sounded like a boy's name, and the girl herself appeared somewhat absent-minded, always walking around with a sleepy look on her face. And yet there was something about her that suggested the cold sharpness of a blade. We belonged to the same basketball team and participated in the training camp together, but I had shied away from the foreboding aura she projected, and in the end we hadn't spoken so much as once during the trip. The interior of the bus was scattered with debris, and every foothold was uncertain. But Kazuki quickly crawled her way through, dragged herself out of a shattered window, and turned back to offer her hand to me.
ほら、手を出しなさい。
ありがとう。
どうやらなんとか助かったようね。
My sister.
はい、メガネ。あなたのでしょ？
I think that's the first time we've actually seen her.
ありがとう。
The moment I replaced the glasses on my head, I drew a harsh breath at the side of the bus we'd been riding in. The roof was smashed, the windows all broken, the vehicle was completely overturned, its belly exposed. White smoke was pouring from the area of the still active engine. We need to get away fast or we'll be in danger. At this rate, the thing might explode. As that fear ran through my mind, Kazami Kazuki glanced briefly at my face with her usual sleepy expression and snorted slightly.
大丈夫よ。こういった事故で車が爆発するのは映画の中だけだから安心しなさい。
どうして私が考えていることが分かったの？
煙を上げるエンジンを見ながら泣きそうな顔しているあなたを見れば子供にでもわかるわ。で、
Try to want to save everybody.
誰か爆発しないと分かったあなたは次に早くみんなを助けましょうって言い出すと思ったのだけれど違った？
Kazuki's sharp as a tack, isn't she?
そんなエスパーでも見るような目で私を見ないでよ。私は手早くことを進めたいだけなんだから。で、誰から助けるの？あなたに決めさせてあげる。1、先生。2、あなたの親友。3、怪我人。あなたなら誰から助ける？
どうして私に決めさせるの？
簡単な心理テストのようなものよ。あなたが誰から助けるかで、あなたがどんな女の子なのかわかると思って。
I mean, do we really have time for this? People are hurt. We don't need to prioritize anybody. Just take what we can.
風見さんだったら誰から助けるの？
I think she'd save the teacher.
質問に質問を返すのはバカだと思われるからやめなさい。それと、そうやって回答を保留にするのも回答とみなすわよ。
What are we talking? We should be saving people.
状況判断能力と決断力のない子だと思われてしまうけれど、それで構わない？
We don't have time for this.
まあいいわ。それじゃあ私が決める。まずは部長から助けましょう。
どうして部長から？
私、あの子が嫌いなのよ。さっきの質問の答えだけど、私は1でも2でも3でもなく4の嫌いな子から助けるわ。
4ってずるくない？
回答の数を3つに限定した覚えはないけれど、3つの中に正解がなかった時にどう答えるかもテストに含まれているのよ。
That is a cheating question.
意地悪クイズみたい。それにどうして嫌いな子から助けるの？
だって12人もいるのよ。嫌いな子が最後に残ったら絶対に面倒くさいって思うに決まっているじゃない。
Well, that's a good idea, I guess.
それが理由？
そう。嫌なことはさっさと終わらせたいのよ。私って夏休みの宿題を夏休みに入る前に済ませてしまうぐらいせっかちなの。
わかるような、わからないような。
わからなくてもいいから、あなたもこっちに来て手伝いなさいな。
ごめんなさい。
To be honest, I find it very difficult to understand her thoughts. But I did understand that the word genius was probably created to describe this sort of person. There were 14 people riding on that bus, including the team's advisor. Eventually, 11 people emerged from its wreckage, together with one small dog that belonged to a team member. The remaining 3 were dead. 2 were killed instantly when the bus fell. The other, still conscious immediately after the accident, rolled herself into a ball and moaned for 10 minutes before she died. Among the 11 survivors, 4 were wounded. One had broken both her legs, one had struck her head and suffered a laceration, one had received a gash to her abdomen from a sharp object. And the man who should have been our guardian, the teacher who had been our team's advisor, was unconscious and showed no signs of waking. That, more than anything else, filled our hearts with gloom. None of us could get our minds around the situation we were in. Clutching our knees to our chests, we sat on the ground in a daze.
まずは怪我人の手当てをするべきだと私は思うけど、どうかしら。
But that heavy silence was soon broken. Kazami Kazuki spoke in a perfectly normal tone of voice. When I raised my head in response to her clear, firm words, I saw that she was addressing our group's official leader, the team captain.
こんな状況だからこそ、しっかりしてください、先輩。
そうね。言われなくても分かってはいるのだけれど、こんな状況で私たちに何ができるというの？
反論しても？
どうぞ。
ただ待っていても助けが来る保証なんてどこにもないわ。あなたにこの場を仕切る能力がないのであれば、私が代わりますけど、どうしますか？
勝手なことを言わないで。もしあなたの判断ミスで現状が悪化したら、誰が責任を取ると思ってるの？
この後に及んでも責任の所在を気にする余裕はあるのね。
はあ？何ですって？よく聞こえないんだけど。
いいえ、別に何も。では、この場はお任せしても？
余計なお気遣いは結構よ。リツ、こっちにいらっしゃい。
あ、はい。なんでしょう。
あなた、ご実家はお医者様よね。
はい、そうですけど。
だったら応急処置ぐらいできるでしょ？すぐに取り掛かって。
そんな無理ですよ。いくら実家が医者だからって私にはそんな知識は。
それでも何も知らない素人よりはマシでしょ？ごちゃごちゃ言わないでやりなさい。でも。
Ritsu wrung her hands in front of her chest. I completely understood her feelings. Taking on the role of doctor simply because of her parents' occupation, the responsibility was far too grave. It wasn't as though she had inherited their medical skills, and superficial knowledge wouldn't be enough in this situation. The team captain, Sakashita Chiaki, and Koide Ritsu, a girl who had always played the role of her devoted underling. As a mere first year, I didn't know much about the relationship, but the fact that I'd never seen Ritsu just disobey an order from the captain.
リツ、同じことを何度も言わせないで。
はい。じゃあ、まずは広岡さんから。
何を言っているのよ。まずは先生からよ。でも、
広岡さんは両足を骨折して重傷ですし。
いいから、先に先生を見なさい。
はい。
Kazuki watched with the disdainful eyes of a spectator to an ugly farce as Ritsu swallowed her complaints. As our doctor walked away with sagging shoulders, Kazuki approached Sakashita for the second time.
坂下部長、私に周囲の探索をする許可をいただけますか？
一人で勝手なことをしないで。どうしてあなたはいつもそうやって集団の輪を乱そうとするの？
スオさん、付き合っていただける？
ちょっと風見さん、
私一人でなければよいのでしょ？これでも私は気を利かせているのよ。それじゃ行くわよ、スオさん。待って。
As I chased after Kazami Kazuki, I saw the captain's expression out of the corner of my eye. She was glaring at me, making no attempt to hide her displeasure. Her eyes asked, "Are you taking that woman's side?" In response, I offered a quick bow of my head. I didn't understand myself, for whether that gesture was an apology for siding with Kazuki or a silent attempt to convey, "I haven't betrayed you." Either way, some instinct inside me had judged that following Kazami Kazuki was the correct decision. Although I had seen Kazuki for the first time at the entrance ceremony, I had known her name for much longer. When we were grade schoolers, it was well known that an 8-year-old child had taken a special prize at the district painting contest. As the painting had been exhibited among the other children's work, that was her only award, but it might have well taken the overall prize otherwise. Our class took a trip to see her piece on display at the district assembly hall. Even with my immature eye for art, I could sense something inexpressible in words from that painting, something that nonetheless moved my heart. and my impression of that work, and the name of the genius who painted it, were deeply etched in my mind. Kazami Kazuki. She wasn't blessed with talent as a painter alone. She could do anything she tried, anything at all. Well, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but on her first attempt she could usually produce adequate results. If it was a field she found particularly difficult, it might take 3 days of effort for her to reach average skill. Those were the rumors anyway. According to those who knew her, she lives in a different world, or I can't believe that she's a human being, or she can see things normal people can't. At the time, I was astonished that anyone could inspire such stories, many of which were so overblown that they took on a tinge of the occult. But when we entered the same school in the same year, even joining the same team, the girl appeared perfectly normal, if a little standoffish. Even so, I could vaguely sense that her true nature was somewhat different from that of an ordinary person. To be honest, I had avoided her as a result. And now I was alone with her for the first time under these circumstances. Although I followed as instructed, I couldn't find anything to say to her, and she was equally silent. The two of us just trudged on, not exchanging a single word. The ground at our feet was rugged and hard, and rock walls loomed on both sides. When I looked straight up, there was nothing but trees and sky. We seemed to have fallen into some sort of fissure, a crack in the earth. The walls were maybe 10 meters tall at their lowest point. Not so high as to rule out climbing, but on both sides the rock face slanted inward as they rose up hanging over us. With this pronounced of an overhang, climbing with bare hands seemed impossible, and even with tools it would likely be difficult. Apparently Kazami Kazuki had been thinking along the same lines. She came to a stop a little ways ahead of me, placed her hand on one of the slanting rolls of rock, and began to strike it with a stone she had picked up off the ground.
それで何かわかるの？やっと口を開いたかと思えば、随分とどうでもいいようなことを口にするのね。他にもっと聞きたいことがあったのではなくて？他にって。そうね。どうやって登るの？とか、元の道には戻れない？とか、これからどうするの？とか、いろいろあるけど。一番聞きたいのは多分、どうして私に声をかけたの？じゃないかしら？当たり。だったらはっきりと答えてあげる。それはあなたが強く言われると断れないタイプだからよ。
Thanks, I guess.
あなたの場合、一緒に来てくれないとお願いされたら悩むけど、来いと命令されたら悩まずに従うでしょ？どうしてそう思うの？さっきの心理テストの結果からそう思ったのだけれど、違った？
Yeah, she was probably right. When my mother asked me what should we have for a snack today, I would answer, "What do you want, Mommy?" When she simply told me we're having cakes today, I was relieved because I wouldn't have to choose. Given multiple choices, I would waver indecisively, and when given a single path, I would follow it obediently. That was just my personality.
余計なことを喋ると今度は何を読み取られるか分かったもんじゃないって顔してるわよ。私。
Oh, sorry. As she spoke, Kazami Kazuki removed her cell phone from her pocket and looked into the screen.
あ、やっぱり県外ね。
Oh.
あなたのはどう？
I hurriedly pulled my phone out of my school uniform, but as expected, its screen was also displaying the words "no signal."
ダメみたい。私のも県外。でしょうね。
Kazuki turned off her phone immediately and slid it back into her pocket.
あなたも電源を切っておいた方がいいわよ。電波状況が良くないままだとびっくりするぐらいバッテリーの消耗が激しいから。うん。
It wasn't as discouraging as I would have expected to find our cell phones were useless. To tell the truth, I had checked mine soon after escaping the bus. Of course, the screen had also displayed no signal then. Finding that was still the case prompted a little more than a feeling of resignation. Well, expected as much. We were within a long, tunnel-like crevice. Maybe if we just kept following it, partially because of wishful thinking like that, I wasn't in a save despair situation. Another factor was the strange sense of security that came from being near this girl named Kazami Kazuki, as though I'd found firm, reliable ground to stand on. If I'm with this girl, I'll work out somehow. Her strange, powerful presence let me think such irresponsible thoughts somewhere deep down.
状況はあまり芳しくないわね。
There was a heavy, overgrown jungle visible in the direction Kazuki was pointing. It was a dense forest, seemingly devoid of animal life that seemed to actively refuse human entry. The thick wall of vibrant green almost seemed pleasant at a glance. And yet it was obvious that a single step inside would find you in an environment far too harsh to support human life. Even if you were to advance by hacking through the thick grasses and bushes riding over your head, the distance you could advance in one day would be pretty limited. And in avoiding the tall trees that grew close enough together as to block out the light of day, you'd quickly lose any grasp of your own position anyway.
運が良ければ人の立ち入った痕跡のようなものを発見できるかと思ったのだけれど。
If there's even one path a human traveled, follow it and you'll find a place where humans live. But the jungle in front of us showed no signs of such intrusion. Even so, I had some hope that we might stand a chance by pushing our way boldly through the woods, but that thought was shattered by what Kazuki told me next.
これを見てごらんなさい。
She held out a compass we'd use at the training camp for orienteering, one of our recreational activities. The needle that should have always sought north was pointing to the northwest. When she turned to face a different direction, it didn't move within the compass.
どういうこと？まあ簡単に言ってしまえば針が動いていない、方位自身として機能していないということよ。そんな、どうして？おそらくはデビエーションね。周りの壁を見てごらんなさい。壁？
As I looked up in confusion at the rock face looming above us, she picked up a stone lying at her feet and again struck the wall sharply. The sound it produced was a high-pitched clinking, like what you might expect from a hard metal surface.
岩壁の一部がガラス化しているわ。おそらく瞬間的な高温にさらされた状態から急激に冷やされてアモルファス化したのね。ごめん、専門的すぎて意味がわからない。火山の溶岩が冷えても似たような状況になるけど、あまりにも広範囲だし、かといってエアバーストにしては規模が小さすぎるし。隕石ってマイクロブラックホールが激突したって可能性はまずないでしょうし、おそらく小規模な隕石が地表に到達する前に爆発して、その飛散した破片の中でも大きめのものがこの周辺に落ちたんじゃないかしら。方位磁石が機能しないのもそれが原因？多分ね。飛散した破片に重鉱物が含まれていて、マスコンセントレーション的なスポットをいくつも発生させているんじゃないかしら。
The rocks are magnetized, that's all I need to know from this conversation.
そう考えると、この不自然な環境にも納得がいくのよね。どうって言われても。
If Kazuki thought so, it was probably the truth. At the very least, I wasn't about to come up with any other possibilities. さてさて、周囲は草も生えない岩場。周りを囲む壁は構造的に這い上がるのは不可能。進める先は人を拒絶するような密林。携帯も通じないし、方位磁石すら機能しない。申し分のない遭難ね。面白くなってきたって。不謹慎に聞こえたのなら謝るわ。でも、私の言葉から余裕が感じられた方が、あなたも余計な不安を感じないで済むかと思って。お気遣いは感謝するけど、他の子の前ではそういう言い回しは避けた方がいいと思う。 Yeah, I agree. That's kind of creepy.
そうね。
Although she nodded, I didn't feel that she was convinced by my words. Precisely because we were in such a bad situation, a confident leader who could pull off this sort of all-knowing God act would be ideal. But she wasn't the leader of our group. By rank, our teacher was first, the team captain Sakashida was second, our vice captain Okabe was third, or should have been. But unfortunately, Okabe-senpai had died when the bus fell. Still, our first Joy Kazuki had very little say in the team's decisions. 坂下部長、私に命令権を譲ってくれないかしら。その方がいちいち愚信をする手間が省略できて効率がいいと思うのだけれど。ねえ、聞いてもいい？何かしら？
坂下部長のことなんだけど、
聞きにくいようなこと？
そうじゃなくて、もしかして私が今から何を聞こうとしているか想像がついてる？
は？何？突然。あなた、私のことを神様か何かだと勘違いしてない？
ほら、さっき私に心理テストをしたでしょ？
ああ、その話？つまり、坂下部長が先生を一番最初に見なさいと言い出したから、心理テスト的にそれがどんな結果になったのか気になるのね。
うん。
言われなくてもあなたにもなんとなく分かっているでしょ。坂下部長は他者依存の強いタイプよ。いつも自分が中心にいないと気が済まないくせに、自分に責任がかかるような決断を迫られた時にはすぐに背後を振り返って助けを求める人。つまり、ここは私が指揮を取ります、それでよろしいですね先生って言いたいから、まずは先生。わかる？
なるほど。
別にそれが悪いとは言わないわよ。学生なんだし、むしろそれが当たり前よね。でも彼女の場合、おそらく学校から出てもあの調子なんでしょうね。家では父親を背後に立たせているんじゃないかしら。そういう子供っぽい優越がすごく鼻につくわ。
Huh, interesting.
ごめんなさい。くだらない話を聞かせてしまったわね。
As Kazami Kazuki apologized for babbling, her expression was a cheerful one, appropriate for her age. But that bright smile was frightening under the circumstances. I felt sure of it. This person was attached to nothing. She grabbed hold of anything she thought she needed, and she cast aside anything that outlived its necessity. Maybe that was just another part of being a genius. As these thoughts ran through my head, Kazuki suddenly turned her back to me and mumbled a few words.
そうでもないわよ。
At that brief sentence, I felt a chill like cold fingers run down my spine.
何が？
そろそろ戻りましょう。私たちだけで逃げ出したと思われても心外だし。
If you compare the human brain to an engine, Kazuki might have been operating at a far higher RPM than ours. She was constantly maintaining a speed of rotation that would quickly cause a normal person to overheat. I looked down at Kazuki's feet as she walked a few paces ahead of me. She was wearing the standard white sneakers specified by our school. Since the girl cast a shadow and didn't appear to be floating, apparently she wasn't a ghost or some other supernatural apparition.
何がおかしいの？
ごめんなさい。あなたが今何を考えているのか想像したらおかしくって。
でしょうね。
気を悪くしないでね。一応言っておくけど、私は幽霊じゃないし、
Sure
あ
she
なた
can't
の
read her
夢に
mind?
出てきた神様でもないわよ。
It's getting kind of creepy.
ああ、その発想はなかったわ。
どの発想？
あなたがお化けじゃないかとは思ったけど、逆に私が死にかけていて都合のいい夢を見ているとは考えもしなかった。
私が言わなくても10分後には考えていたはずよ。
変な子。
そうね。1歳半の頃、母親にもそう言われたわ。
覚えてるの？
冗談よ。
どこからが？
どこからでも、お好きなところからどうぞ。
I was actually understanding her less the longer we talked. The one thing I did understand was that Kazami Kazuki's jokes aren't funny in the slightest. Not like my jokes. My jokes are hilarious.
一言で言えば絶望的な環境ね。
Everyone returned to the side of the accident. Kazuki and I explained the situation to Captain Sakashita, showing her the compass and its non-functional needle. She didn't stir from the rock she'd been sitting on. When we finished our story, she sighed deeply, leaned forward to take her head in her hands and answer with the brief "I understand."
それで怪我人の方は？
The captain's only response was to sluggishly raise one hand and point. It was the direction she indicated. Koide Ritsu was examining the wounded while trying to hold back her tears.
どうなの小出さん。
先生には大きな外傷もないし、軽い脳震盪だと思うから、しばらく横になっていれば意識が回復すると思う。広岡さんは左のすねと右の膝を骨折してる。飛び出してはいないけど、両方とも完全骨折。石桜井さんは腹部裂傷。事故の拍子で何か尖ったもの。傷跡から想像すると多分割れた瓶だと思うけど、お腹に突き刺さったみたい。金田さんは頭部裂傷。右目の上あたりの額を切ってる。多分何かにぶつけたんだと思う。もう出血は止まってるわ。
それで？
それって
え、本当に見ただけ？治療はしていないの？無
理を言わないで。道具も何もないのに。道具があったところで私には無理よ。
折れていたら位置を合わせて固定するだけ。裂けていたら縫い合わせるだけじゃない。
Yeah, that's simple, right? Anyone could do it.
そんなのやったこともないのに無理よ。簡単だって言うならあなたがやってよ。
じゃあお湯を沸かしてくださる？キャンプの道具の中にガスコンロがあったでしょ？たくさんお湯を沸かして生食を作ってください。ついでに救急箱と釣り道具も発掘してきてくださるとありがたいですね。
はい、わかりました。風見さん、骨折の治療とか経験があるの？
ないわ。本で読んだ知識があるだけ。あなたは？
ない。
まあ普通はないわよね。
大丈夫なの？
経験や自信のある人がいるなら変わるわよ。私だって後から来て人の仕事を奪った出しゃばりな女だと思われたら心外だもの。
I'm sure they already do kind of think of you as that, but whatever. Kazuki turned around quickly to face the depressed group of girls, raised her right hand and asked, "Does anyone have medical experience?" No one raised their hand in response. No one even met Kazuki's eyes.
誰も経験がないのなら誰がやっても同じじゃない？それともこのまま怪我は自己責任ってことで放っておく？
It's their fault for getting injured. Come on, it's no one's fault for getting injured. I'd like to see you topple down a bus and suffer no injuries.
それはさすがに。
私ね、できることはあったのにっていう後悔が一番悔しいと思うの。そんなわけだから一人ずつ見ていきましょうか。
金田さんが嫌いだから？
ああ、金田さんが一番軽傷だからよ。軽傷の子を見ている間に重傷の子が死ねば無駄な診察をしないで済むでしょ？嫌だわ。なぜ黙るの？冗談を言ったのだから笑ってくれないと恥ずかしいじゃない。
That's not funny though, that's kind of morbid.
笑えないし。ねえ、あなた、友達っているの？
そうね。今のところあなただけかしら。だからなぜ黙るの？
笑えばいいの？
そうね。そしたら私は泣くわ。
ごめん、会話の速度についていけない。
Following Kazuki's instructions, everyone with the physical energy and willpower to move cooperated to retrieve the first aid kit, camping equipment, and fishing tackle from the overturned bus. Kazuki gathered the tools she thought would be useful, passed them to Koide Ritsu to be disinfected, and began examining the wounded while waiting for the water to come to a boil. As promised, she looked at Kanade Sayoa and her head laceration first.
どう？耳はちゃんと聞こえていますか？
大丈夫みたい。
そう。じゃあ手を出して。まずは右手。
Kaneda's wounds had already been disinfected, sutured shut, and covered with a roll bandage. When Kazuki said she planned to use a fishing hook to stretch up the cut, I couldn't help but raising doubts about whether such a procedure could be hygienic, but when she responded, well, I suppose we could try sticking it together with super glue. I'm sure that would make for a much prettier result. I decided I should probably keep my mouth shut. After that, I did nothing but silently record Kazuki's words in the memo pad we were using as a makeshift medical record.
どう？痛い？
Kazuki took a firm grip of Kaneda's right hand and dug her nails firmly into her index finger.
痛いってば。
あ、ごめんなさい。それじゃあ左手は？同じように痛みを感じる？
だから痛いってば。
It also seemed like Kazuki was enjoying watching Kaneda squirm in pain. A question leaked out from my mouth.
ねえ、さっきから何をしているの？
Well, things are looking bleak, everybody. What's gonna happen, you know? Obviously we know that Amane is the only survivor, but why does it come to be that way? Well, hopefully we'll find out next episode of The Fruit of Grisaia. I hope you all enjoyed this longer than usual episode, and I'll see you next time.